During the earlier phases of the beta test, we noticed that there seemed to be a large variance in the amount of damage dealt by each swing. Initial theories tried to chalk it up to how much stamina the attacker had left, or even a fighting game style mechanic, where damage is reduced for each additional hit in a combo. I later discovered that there seemed to be a sweet spot where weapons dealt the most damage. Hitting the enemy outside of this sweet spot could yield as little as about a third of the weapon's normal damage. The value of stun locks is greatly affected by weapon sweet spots. Not only does the attacking player tend to move with their weapon swings, but it seems that certain weapons can push an enemy away with their attack combo. This means that the enemy player will fall further out of the weapon's sweet spot during the stun lock, thus taking far less damage. The sweet spot mechanic has a dramatic effect on melee weapon use in general. Certain weapons could be made much more threatening, but remain difficult to use. I could imagine that if great sights made a return, their long range and sweeping strikes could easily be mitigated by rushdown tactics, where you run past the weapon's effective range. The halberd best illustrates the sweet spot mechanic so far. I found that in some situations, it was extremely difficult to consistently deal its maximum damage. I tended to opt for using the battle axe instead. Despite its lower attack rating and short range, it was much more consistent overall. The halberd seemed to do best in two situations. First was larger and slower targets where I could easily hit with a sweet spot. Second was situations where I could attack groups of enemies with a running R1.